Oh, no.
The bruise looks good though. Healing up
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, much better. Yep. Well, it's been 3.5 weeks, so
Oh,
The bruise looks good though.
Been more than 3.5 weeks.
I'm admitting everybody. Kyle.
Matt has his kids. He's doing ice hockey tonight, coaching and I think something, but he has kids sports and Andrea does too. She's going to try to join in like remotely from wherever she is. So she might be in and out.
I think she's at soccer.
Sounds right.
All right, Heather, you are host, Bob is co-host. Any questions before I sign off?
No, thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
You're very, very welcome. Have a good meeting. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
yes. And
All
calm.
right, let's go ahead and call to order the
Bob?
Township Pro meeting for September 3rd, 2025. I cannot believe it's September.
No kidding. Where did that go?
I know. Okay, starting out, do we have any public comment? I think Antea is the only member of the public on. I can see anyway. Okay, then I never did change the date, but Kyle, I know you sent me the minutes. I didn't send them to anyone else. Did you send them to the whole committee?
I got them.
You got them? Okay, all right. Anybody have any issues with the minutes? I did not, but I didn't respond. Okay, then I will move for approval of the minutes from the August Pro meeting.
2.
Second. And I think, I don't know. Jen, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm good with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess since Kyle typed them up that she approves and anybody, so we'll approve those minutes by 5-0, is that right?
Lord, we've got.
What?
Okay, you're in just a little bit. Hold on. Okay, I got. So
Okay. Moving along to infrastructure maintenance and installations at Franklin's Parks and Preserves. I will start out with the Crossan Park children's projects. Andrea did a great job with the rock snake. And she said she had an update on naming the rock snake, but she's not on. We could jump back to that, or Dawn, do you know? Do you want to?
Well, here's the issue. There is no snake.
What?
The head's gone. And I think the reason is the rocks were just piled under the tree. And Jeff and Melissa went over and made a snake out of it. And then it got put back in a pile. Then it got put back into a snake again. And there wasn't anything indicating to children that those rocks weren't just there.
Okay.
So I think the problem is we needed a sign that said, this is the snake, blah, blah, blah. Now, with that said, if we do it again, I hope when we do it again, we can print something over at the office and laminate it. That's what I do for the park, the Healing Garden. A lot of times if I need a temporary sign,
right.
Sure. And we
well,
could do a temporary sign that says, this is our snake.
Please do not disturb.
Blah, 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 blah. So there wasn't anything indicating to kids or anything that those rocks weren't anything other than rocks under the tree. So the head, we looked all over the last 2 Fridays for the head and we can't find it. But the other rocks are there, but not the head. So
Okay.
that will have to be revisited in another program or whatever.
Okay,
Okay.
yep. Well, at least the project was started, the idea is
So
there.
did
and
we come up with a name yet, or we haven't?
I don't know, I was loving Elwood,
Yeah.
but I don't know if there was ever an official vote.
Okay.
Like I
Well, I
said,
don't know. I don't know either, but
we'll come back to Andrea if she's able to jump on a little later. My cat just jumped on my screen, on my keyboard, and there we go. I lost my agenda. Okay. And then I think I still had this on from previous meeting, but the Healing Garden, as far as weeding, has everybody been sort of following a process there, Dawn, for what to do?
well, no.
Okay.
So here's the deal. There's two ideas about how to do the weeds. What I want is a pallet. If you've ever seen this done, they make composting bins out of pallets.
Okay.
I went and got some pallets and Noah tried to put them together for me, but they weren't the right sizes. And apparently there are pallets that are heat treated and chemically treated. So you're supposed to only get pallets that are heat treated. So we got rid of all the pallets I took over there, and I need somebody or someone to help me with a pallet compost pile that will be a 2-bin pile so that we can just move it from one to the other for composting. Then Jeff can get us a large trash can to put weeds in, because you shouldn't put weeds in the composting pile. And then we need to just make, like I said, the temporary signs for that. But because today, the good news, bad news is, the good news is that North Creek Nursery for free just dropped off our 2-3 pallets of plants for the rain garden. So I'm swamped with stuff to do. And if anybody wants to come over and help me plant the plants in the rain garden,
That's wonderful.
Donna had weeded. She went on vacation, but she weeded the rain garden because she knew the plants were coming. The plants are over at the office. So within the next 4 days, I'm hoping to get all those plants planted in the rain garden. So that's the story on all that.
Isn't that nice? We should not see.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was screaming at my son to get these kittens out of my office because they're
Honey, you need to.
knocking everything over.
I know. Or
Any other comments or feedback from anybody on that?
Dawn, what do you need to put those together? The box?
Okay, Jeff, I have a place that we can get the pallets for only like $4 a piece. And I have all the information on how to put them together with twist ties and stuff like that. So it's just a matter of us getting them and figuring out how to put them together. So it won't be too much of an issue once we get them and make the time to put them together.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
So I'll add that to Bob's list. Poor Bob. I know. So I know, but Noah can help us. It just was I got all these pallets for free up in Strasburg, and they weren't the right sizes, and yeah.
So let me ask you this, Dawn. If the weeds are all going to go separate and go into trash bins or something, what all is being composted? Just like the debris that's being cleaned up,
we would compost any of the plants that are not weeds. So there will be a list on the compost pile of what can go in it. and then the weeds have to go in the trash can. So I'm hoping, because Stacy's husband does the trash, that we can put a plastic bag in a regular trash can and put weeds, so that people, so that we know to put the weeds in the trash can. I mean, all the gardeners and anybody we train are going to know what the dog bane is, and the other stuff that needs to come out can go in the trash can. And that also will be a teaching component.
Okay. I think that probably next month, Bob, if you are interested in helping me get in touch with Dale Hendricks again, maybe we can bring him back into the loop and plan some time to harvest and start some of the plants before fall, before it's too cold.
That sounds good.
Unless that's not the correct timing, but I think we need to put a plan in place for what we've learned from him, and he told us he was going to let us know when we could come and help him harvest seeds and things, but we haven't heard from him. So,
Well, I think just to stay in touch with him, so to say that we want to consider what he's doing. So just to stay in touch with him, so the timing works out later.
mhm.
Yeah, I have his contact. I can give
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, so if we can just kind of get a timeline.
So we can get it on the calendar.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he could probably, or even if we had his PowerPoint, we could probably present it too, but that probably could be presented to the board.
I
like,
thought
even at a workshop meeting.
I thought he did present it last. I was not there, not last board meeting, but the board meeting before. I thought he gave a presentation.
We had talked about it, but then his schedule conflicted with,
Okay, because I hurt my back and I wasn't at that meeting. Okay.
sorry. Okay, so again, just like, so we have a timeline and we don't, go through another full season where
Okay.
we'll be working on that. Matt was going to give some updates on some trail work and bridges and things. Chris, were you part of
Yeah.
any of that with him?
I can give that.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Chris,
Chris, you want to do it?
Yeah.
You,
Go ahead.
you're more better in this, but yeah,
More better?
More better.
more better.
No, go ahead. You were there. You know what we're doing.
We walked up into Bamshire and looked at the gap and made a plan.
I can't
I
find
think
it.
we
I know. I'm sorry.
agreed to meet on the 13th. So and we talk about and everything to put the bridge up in Bamshire. So basically at this point we have a pretty clear idea of what we need to do. It's pretty straightforward. Just gonna bring it in through the service road at the top, drag the poles down, and set them in place, and then set the deck. So
Okay.
That's on the Blue Trail where it first starts off of the west side, where the
Okay.
washdown is.
Is this the bridge that Paul Overton was going to work on, or is that a different location?
Different location. This is an emergency bridge from the rains.
Where the bridge washed out. Okay, I apologize. I was
so
that was very okay. Along those lines, for the other bridge, that's not the emergency bridge.
Correct. And the other bridge, I don't know, both Chris and I and Matt walked over there, and it looks like Mother Nature built us a bridge.
Okay.
So it's really, all the sediment came down and filled it in, and it still has where the water can still go through. So for now, I think that's not an issue.
Okay.
use it on my road bike. So
But Paul had mentioned he texted me, I think yesterday, and said he would like to meet with a group of us as far as all the materials that he has and what he had planned so far so that we can continue that work and don't waste, the time that he's already put into it and the materials that are there. So if we can schedule a time or meet up in the next couple of weeks, that would be great. And then Matt mentioned a couple things, an update on some bridges in Crossin, or a bridge, at least in Crossin. And he did a lot of trail work leading up to Paradox. He's really interested in that trail to Paradox, just saying.
Yeah.
Bridge running.
So, that would be neat if we could, be utilizing that a little bit and take some more of our township traffic to the winery. Maybe that should be our next meeting location. Anybody else have other comments about the Bob and I both were part of the readjustment of the Scout Bridge that previous Eagle Scout had been working on, and time constraints came into play and he backed out of that project. But we have a tremendous amount of the legwork already done. So in the event that we can find another Eagle Scout sometime in the near future who would want to take over that project, a lot of the work has been done, and we have the plans that we need and the approval that we need to get it off the ground quickly. So if anybody knows of Scouts, I don't know that, I guess they probably do things during I don't know if they do things all through the school year. Does anybody know? Does it?
Well, I don't know. I'm learning more and more about the Scout projects. What I think we should do, this is my feeling, I think we should keep a ongoing list of Scout projects. I think we should have that we can just pull off of the Scout projects. I asked some of the kids at the last story time or the story time before, is there anything at the tot lot that's not here that you would like? And a little girl said to me, I would like a playhouse. What a great idea. What a great idea. And then there's these things called storyboards that they do for the trails, which I'm going to talk about later. But there's storyboards that they just put over in Penn Township. So I think there's a lot of things we can add to potential Eagle Scout projects. And then I think we need to come up with a procedure, a written procedure that will be kept by Stacy at the office for anybody that is approached by a potential Eagle Scout, and how to handle that, the procedures on how that plays out, so we can keep it in a timely fashion for that particular Scout. So this never happens again. I don't want this to ever happen again. So the procedure would say, when you first meet the Scout, you give them a list of ideas, then blah, 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 then blah, blah, blah. And Chris and I worked with Joey, and I didn't know. So whether the Scouts tell you first or the people tell you, so there's a lot of procedures that go with that. So I think we should have a procedure list and then a list of potential projects, which I think would keep it so much cleaner and so much more simple and avoid the problem that happened. So that's just my 2 cents.
Works for me.
I like it. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay. As far as vine removal on the properties, I think it's probably better to wait until we have, foliage die off
Yes.
like we did last year. And I don't know if it's weather conducive to do it prior to early spring. I mean, if we can do it in colder weather, then I don't see why, I mean, I don't see why we shouldn't, especially if we do end up having a bit of a mild winter. That's certainly a project that I think we could keep moving.
Haha, that's not what the almanac says.
I don't believe the almanac. but
Has it been right lately? When's the
it's in
last
the-
time? When's the
Hold
last time
on to your bootstraps.
If it's in the 40s, I mean, it's not too bad out there, especially since we're moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon, you're right, as soon as the foliage, whatever that word is, comes down, we can see what we're supposed to cut.
Right.
Right now, we're battling it all.
Sure.
Yeah. I want to get the name of that stuff you use because I've got English ivy and stuff over at my house.
What?
The
Oh,
stuff that
oh,
you, the stuff you put when you cut the vines, then you put a spray on the bottom.
Oh, Paul Agassi has that stuff.
Okay.
You want to talk to him?
Okay, good.
I have an update in Crosson as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
back in late June, like almost to the end of June, I had one of my guys go over and rebuild the Girl Scout picnic bench, which is halfway down the main drive of Crosson on the right. It was just gone. So
Aw.
he went and rebuilt it. And then last week it's been restained.
Oh,
We had to let the
nice.
pressure treated wood dry out a bit.
Nice.
So it's all freshened up over there. I have a picture, but I didn't think to put it up for you.
Well, and guess what? Paula Gutman, who donated all those daffodil bulbs, has more daffodil bulbs she wants to give us to put in down there. That would be wonderful.
Good. Where is that picnic table, Bob?
When you go in the main drive of
Mhm.
Crosson, right, and then you go down over the hill past the baseball fields, and there's that little middle parking lot.
You
Mhm.
turn right.
Well,
Yeah.
It sits
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
And I think I'm pretty sure there's a grill right there. Because I had one of my guys resurfaced, refinish all the grills this year before the season started.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you for all that stuff you do, Bob.
I try. I just like doing things.
We know. We're lucky to have you. Okay. Any other comments on infrastructure maintenance installations?
Chris, did you give the date that we're going to do that bridge over in Banashire?
Jeff said it was the 16th, the 13th.
So 13th.
Jeff said it was the
September
13th. Yeah,
Yeah.
I talked to him this afternoon.
14th if needed, but
Yeah,
I'm in hopes that we should be able to build a bridge in one day.
yeah.
Okay. Do you need additional help for that? Do you need volunteers? Is it kind of a,
Well, right now we have half me, and then we have Chris, and we have Matt, and then I have 5 guys.
okay,
3 to 5 guys. I'm going to have 5 guys here. Oh, I'm also going to send 2 guys over. On the creek side on the red trail where the tree uprooted and there's that big divot
Yeah.
halfway up that trail.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some guys go in there and pickaxe that.
so where
root ball.
that big root ball is, like all that mud is like standing up in the air?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I'm going to have some guys go over there, pickaxe that root ball and try to fill that
yeah,
hole.
we've talked
much.
about that for several years
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
back in this, back in the winter time, we couldn't even bust it loose.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I'm setting that up for the same day, the 13th. So I'd like to have, my hope is to have a crew over at the bridge and a couple of guys over there pickaxing.
Okay,
So we'll see. Maybe that hole will get somewhat filled in and not be so treacherous.
yeah, that would be great.
Oh, and you guys all know that I canceled the car show for this year, right?
Yes. Yes, but I love the idea of putting that together for the spring, and I don't know if there's a way that we could tie it into Easter, since we wanted
I
to.
was trying to think of, can we, is
Easter.
there a way we could do that, or is that just gonna be too much chaos? You know, it will be close to Easter. I don't know if, I don't know if people will come,
Well, the egg hunt doesn't last that long.
Well, that's the thing, like if the egg hunt was
Right.
early and then, and the rest started at say 12,
Right.
Well, tell them
or earlier, then
I don't
people,
have,
people who go for the egg hunt might stay.
I don't have
Yeah,
my
yeah.
calendar in front of me, but do we know when Easter is this year, next year?
I know we looked at
it's
it.
on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
What is that? The 40th day of Lent, something like that?
You know what? I'm so out of touch with
On
it.
April, it says it's on April 5th.
April
April
5th.
Late this
Okay.
year, okay?
Yeah, it's late.
Wow.
Very late. Yeah.
It's good though for the weather. It'll be warmer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, at least it's
Well, we can think about it. That might not be a bad idea.
yeah. We'll think about that. When would we do? I know we can't set a date right this minute, but
Yeah.
what date do you think we would do an Easter egg hunt?
Ideally, the week before Easter,
Yeah.
if there aren't a lot of conflicts, and
Right.
we can, if we can sort of
Yeah, and I think the only thing
establish that.
Kyle was really good at finding out when the other Easter egg hunts were.
Right.
Like a lot of churches and community organizations have theirs preset, like they do it the Saturday before Easter or, a particular weekend in March. So it's finding out when some other places are having it.
Right.
Right, but if a lot of those places haven't established theirs yet, it might not be a bad idea for us to
Grab it.
Right.
pick a date now and start advertising
Mhm.
a lot so that it might dissuade.
Because if we did the Easter egg hunt, 11 or something, and then have food trucks and the car show, that
Mhm.
might be a nice day.
When's spring break? Because that's what we ran into last year was spring
Oh,
break.
okay. Right.
Right.
Have my
Yeah.
calendar. in front
Yeah,
of
and
me.
I know some schools do spring break the same week every week in March, and some
Right.
schools do it based on Easter. Like Assumption will have theirs the week after Easter.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
And we could just proactively say 2 weeks before Easter and get it
Yeah, let's think about
planned.
it.
Yeah,
We have time to think about that.
we do, but
But getting into
as we've
March,
learned, we want to get this ball rolling a lot sooner.
yeah, getting into
all of it.
March, I think we would be better off with a car show in April.
Okay.
Warmer weather,
Mhm.
Yeah.
more
Okay.
predictable weather. We may be have kids chasing Easter eggs in the snow, according to Dolan's almanac.
Well, that's for yeah. Hopefully we'll be better by next year. How about the Gaga Ball pit? Anywhere?
I have not made any progress on that. I have to apologize.
No, that's all right.
The end of my summer was insane, and then these first 2 weeks to get the kids back to school. And
Right.
It's constant chaos. I'm hoping it will organize itself a little more as the weeks go on. But I did get I do have some plans, different ideas for plans, but I think still the first thing that needs to happen is for us to determine exactly where
Right.
it can be.
Right.
And then we can decide what kind of size.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go as big or small as you want on these. There's no
Oh, okay.
there's no regulation size. So it's really about where we put it and what the expense is going to be for doing the literally the groundwork, the
Okay.
surface. substrate, the
I don't know much about
crush and run and certain things, and whether there's going to be like a, rubber padding, like that's permeable, and it's, there are a lot of those kind of considerations that go into it. So location is first, and so that's something I need to set up, the necessary people who will help make that decision. And I will light a fire under my own butt for that.
Oh, please. I just know there was one down there, a temporary one, and the kids loved it. That's all.
Okay, what else?
Yes.
Where are we? Oh, Dawn, are you still gonna do your plant swap on the 20th?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we're going to
Okay.
do it on
There's
the on the
There's a
20th.
program too, right?
We're going to do the program starting at 11. So we'll do the meet and greet with the tea and the little treats. And then we'll do at 12 o'clock, we'll do the program. And what we're going to do is go into the garden and dig extra stuff we need to get rid of so that anybody will be able to take home an extra plant. And then anything else we have, we'll put in the plant swap. And then that'll be 11 to 12, 12 to 1, and then 1 to 3 will be the plant swap. So it'll be
Dawn,
perfect.
But I don't know if it showed up on your calendar, but I noticed that there's a softball game between the state police and the fire department at 1 o'clock on the 20th.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it. Yeah, we're
Okay.
doing it. We're doing it in conjunction with them. And
Okay,
yeah,
great.
we're doing it at the same time. We planned that.
Okay.
So the people that come to the softball game can, as they're leaving, they can come up to the plant swap. So it'll be
Oh,
perfect.
that's awesome. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Jeff and I have been working on it. Thank you. Yes.
No, I'm sorry. My husband's in the volunteer fire department. So I like it. I like it.
That's great. That's
Is he
great.
playing?
Yes. No, that was our
I don't know. He's probationary. I don't know. I'm sure they have younger, more fit people. He might
Well-
have to keep score. That might be.
Well, it was so cute because at the last story time, we had a full house at the last story time. The pavilion was full. I was absolutely over the moon. And I told them all, we're going to have a baseball game between the firemen and the policemen. Everybody said, oh, so they liked the idea.
Yeah, because my husband was going to mention the fire truck for the car show, but then it turned out that they're already having the game. So I don't know
Right.
if there's a fire truck there or not.
Well, they did have I was pushing for the car show on the 20th.
Right.
And then the police, Jeff's been, working with them and the fire to get them to play a softball game. And then they came up with the same date. So
Yeah, it sounds like too much. That would be a lot. That would be
yeah,
just too much.
that
I think
didn't-
and you don't want to detract from the car show if people spend all their time bringing their vehicles over.
Right.
right. And that didn't work for that. And then there's other personal issues that didn't work out either for me. So, we'll get it in the spring, and it gives me more time to do bigger, better, and have a lot more pieces in place for it.
Right.
Instead of rushing it like I was.
Okay. Dawn, is the 20th, is that going to be the end of your
Well,
organized?
that'll be the end
activities
for
for the
this
season?
year. That'll be the end
Okay.
for this year.
Okay.
But I am happy to report that more Healing Garden events, the girls, the ladies have already upped for next year to do 3 more programs. They loved it, so they're already in for next year. I've already talked to the library about the citizen science, so we'll do at least one of those. And then I've talked to North Creek Nursery, who donated the plants that are over at the office. He's going to do something with us. And Lucy Dinsmore, I don't know whether y'all saw the information about the rain garden program we did. We had a packed house at the office for the rain garden program. And Lucy Dinsmore, who does that, also does native gardens Native Meadows, and all that stuff. So she's going to come over and give us some more information about, and we'll get Kyle now that Kyle's back for the summer about that meadow, and get her to come over and give us more information about maybe doing some pocket rain gardens over there around those wells. So there's lots and lots of stuff in the pipeline. So I'm very excited about everything.
Where is the rain garden?
The rain gardens, if you look at the office, to the right of the office, there's a bench and a circle with
Oh,
plants.
yeah.
in it. And there's 2 bluebird boxes, a bluebird box there. And I take care of those bluebird boxes, but yeah, that's the rain garden. The rain runs off the roof of the office building down into that big spout and into that rain garden.
Good, because I assumed it was, and I told somebody that was a rain garden last week.
And it has a sign, there on it from White Clay Wild and Scenic Rivers. They made that sign for us because they did that garden. So, and there's also a rain garden at the West Avon Grove Library in West Grove. Out front is all a rain garden. But we also have a brochure of 3 rain gardens in the West Grove area that people can go look at. It's a wonderful program.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, Dawn and Chris, update on the bat boxes.
Oh, dear Chris sent an urgent email to our Joey to say, if you want to come practice over at the office before your presentation on the 20th, or no, I forget what date it is, on the next board meeting. So we haven't heard from him. We'll give him another nudge. But
Okay.
but Chris is our bat expert, I come to find out.
It's wonderful. So Joey is going to do a presentation prior to starting the project. Is that where it stands?
On the next board meeting, he's slated to do his project for the board.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's still in the asking for authority authorization stage?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Here comes Andrea.
Oh, you let her in? I didn't see that.
There she is.
Andrea.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Yes.
There she is.
I was walking and talking and completely lost track of time. I'm I'm sorry. I am sorry. How are things going?
Good. Good. We're close to wrapping up, but Dawn was telling us that some of your rocks from the rock snake have been rearranged several times and some are missing and it's not a snake.
Oh no. Oh gosh,
we'll
I
have-
wonder if I wonder if we do. So I have a bunch of names here to go through, and I
Okay.
wonder if we name it and put a sign, if that would deter people from
Yes.
from doing that. Do you want me to run through those names? You guys,
Yep.
I know
Yeah.
I'm just popping on here at the end.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll tell you what there's so many good ones, but I'll tell you what my suggestion was, and that was Elwood, seeing as the name of the park. So I thought
Yep.
Elwood would be a great one. So that was mine. The rest are from the kids. Okay, so King Bob,
King Bob.
Snaky,
Okay.
King Bob, Snaky, Scaly, C. Shelley. We're getting creative here. Everett Jr., I suspect, was my child. You tell I didn't go through these before that might be, I think that's it. I think those were all the suggestions we got. So
I like King Bob.
you like King Bob. So quick review. We had Everett Jr., which I think we should probably nix. C. Shelley, Scaly, Snaky, King Bob, Elwood, Oh, and there's one it says purple bee.
Purple bee, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if we want to narrow it down and take a vote somewhere. I don't know if we just want to decide as a group.
How about Ellie Wood? I like that.
Yeah, I like the Elwood too. I'm with you on that.
Okay. I think that one makes sense, right? And so
Yeah.
then if we went with that, I guess maybe Kyle could help us mock up a sign for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Is she
well,
on tonight?
well, the worst part of the story is his head is gone.
Oh no.
Right. So, because I truly believe that because there wasn't a sign, the kids didn't know that they couldn't play with the rocks or they couldn't. So I think the sign will fix that.
Was the head that was there? Did you say, Dawn, that you had a rock that was going to be great for the head? Is that the one that was painted?
That was the one that it was that I
Probably
gave
on
it.
a trail somewhere.
I
Somebody
gave
probably did
I gave it to Sharon for the head. And I don't know who painted the head. Do you know who painted the head?
I
Was it-
don't know who it was. I probably have a picture of it because I have some pictures.
Yeah. Whether it was
It's
Sharon or not.
No, I think it was one of the it was definitely one of the kids, I think.
Okay.
I think it was a little girl. Okay. All right, so we need to find a new head.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll work on that. And then maybe Kyle and I can get together and come up with a sign for it. And I'll get over there this weekend and see what kind of rocks we have left and just take a little bit of inventory.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry about that. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Is it worth, saying that, putting the name on Facebook and saying we're looking for someone to return the head?
You know what? That's an idea.
Oh, maybe.
Somebody might not have even realized it, right?
Yeah, I
Doesn't
can
hurt.
repost the picture of the snake. I can repost the picture of the snake and say we're missing a couple. The head specifically went missing. If anyone knows where it is or that sees it on a trail, if you could return it, that'd be great.
Yeah, and that's also more awareness and
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Looking for-
might be good.
yeah, let more people bring in more traffic, or at least have
Has
people-
anybody seen our snake?
Right.
Our snake is missing.
Hi, girl.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you want on the sign for it to say that kids should add rocks or
Right.
not?
Right.
Feel free to
Add
add,
rocks.
but please do not remove.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Please
Please.
do not remove.
Yeah. Please do not remove our snake, and please feel free to add rocks.
Okay.
I don't think, because there's other programs that people can take rocks. So I think unless there's a sign that says what they need to do, they don't know what it's about. So
Okay.
Could you make a situation where the rock itself, the head of the rock is more permanently affixed so that somebody can't just pick it up and walk away with it?
I think we can do that.
'Cause that might help make it so people don't think that it's something that can be brushed away. Just
right.
yeah.
I think we could do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me post on socials and see if anyone has seen the head, and we'll go from there. And then Kyle and I can get together and work on the sign.
And Kyle, just FYI, when you put we were naming the snake, that was the snake at the library, not the snake at the garden. The library also has their own rock snake. Just letting you know.
That did confuse me as well.
I know.
I that confused me at first too.
I know.
Okay. I think we've gone through all of my bullet points. Does anybody know of anything I missed? Have anything to add?
There's one more.
What?
Still more.
It's all there.
Oh, tree. Hold on.
Sorry. Okay, no, good. Do,
Right here.
What's the historical research?
oh, that was something that had been mentioned. It's just kind of keeps staying on our agenda. Paul Lagasse has obviously, he researches a lot of historical things in the township. And we were thinking, like, it had been thrown around that we see if he has information about the parks in particular. History of some of the remnants of farmhouses and walls and things that are at different places throughout our preserves, where we could make that a bit of an educational thing and put up some signs. So that is a project that could be taken on, initiated by anyone who has an interest in historical research. And I know, like I said, Paul has a lot of information about different places. We would just be talking to him about what he knows about what's actually on the township properties, and then going from there and digging deeper. So I'll leave that there as a thought-provoking topic that maybe somebody has an interest in taking on throughout the year.
And there are two more things. The Star Search thing has been approved by the board and the library. If anybody wants to help take that on, it's an evening program. We'd have to have the park open. We'd have to have hands on deck. And the library can keep they're willing to keep a registration to see how many people would register to come. So if anybody's interested in helping with that, let me know.
When is
And-
that date?
Yeah,
Huh?
is there a rough idea of
We
when-
don't have a
when
date.
you
That's
wanna
what
do this?
I need. I can't, I have to plan. I've got so much on my plate. I can't do all this stuff, but there's wonderful programs in the pipeline. And the yoga, we've got two beautiful ladies that are willing to help do the yoga too, but I can't do all of it. So if
Okay.
people want to step up and take care of the yoga program or help me with the Star Search stuff.
I'm
or
happy to help with the yoga. I'd be happy to help with the yoga. Could you
Okay.
connect me with the gals
Okay.
that are willing, that want to help with that?
Okay,
I'll give you your number.
okay.
Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, I'm
I'll-
happy to do
I'll-
that.
Okay. Great.
And I will put myself up there for the stargazing event, or Star Search as you called it. Are you thinking we can get that?
We might be
off the
able to
ground
do it in
this fall still?
September.
Okay,
It might be warm enough to do it in September in the evening
They're
or
looking
something
for a
like
good
that.
thing in the sky.
Okay.
So
We have
we
to get
just
on that.
have to get in touch with the guy and see what he thinks would be good nights to do it.
okay. And who is the guy?
I'll send you all his information, and David Payne at the library, and everybody's ready to go on it.
Okay.
And Jeff's okay with it too.
Yep, okay,
Okay,
all right. I'm on it.
okay.
And I had on here that, as we know, the movie night is it October 4th?
Yep.
Okay, movie night. And Jeff said that he absolutely would be,
Look at that.
would welcome help from Pro. And I don't know exactly what different jobs or responsibilities would be, but I will get more information from him and disseminate it to you guys to see if any of us.
Because I'm gonna be
Either.
gone that whole day. I have
Wedding.
great grandson birthday and wedding and stuff. I'm gonna be gone that whole day. So
Mhm.
if anybody can help with the movie night, that would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I assume they'll need, some traffic control and other.
Yeah, I have a
And-
bunch-
And Joey's dad he wants to go and have a table and he might be able to help you. I can give you the information of his troop to help you with parking and stuff like that.
Okay, a table
Okay.
for, like giving people information about the troop?
Yeah, he wanted to
Okay.
get more kids involved in their troops in Avondale.
Okay. Okay,
And I have guys lined up for trash and parking and all that.
Yeah.
okay, great. Okay, so we'll find out what other jobs need doing. for Move Time. Okay. Anything else? All right, with that said, do we have any public comment? Nope, okay. Then I will say our next meeting is Wednesday, October 1st at 7, as always. And that'll be just a few days before movie night. So if there's anything that we need to get organized to help with that, we'll talk about it beforehand because I'll be a little late. Okay, and I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed?
Aye.
Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye.
Who's that?
That was